So we're going to do some more factoring of trinomials. I'm going to start with x squared minus 6x plus 9. We can't solve this, we just have an expression. So we're going to factor this. Now, one trick for trinomials is sometimes they come as what we call perfect square trinomials. What that means is that if when I factor it, both factors are the same. For example, we're going to work it the other way first. How's that? So if I have over here a plus b squared, I can expand that out. And I do that by expanding it out. So I write it down twice because that's what squared is. And then I do a times a, get a squared, a times b plus ba or ab, b times a, and b times b. And then I get, I'm going to turn around the direction of my ABs. A squared plus 2ab plus b squared. This is a perfect square trinomial because it factors back into a binomial squared. So when I look at a trinomial, I look to see, well, are the first and third terms squared? And in this case, they are both squares. So a squared, x squared is x quantity squared, and 9 is 3 squared. So I'm going to look to see if this is a perfect square trinomial. This middle term, my linear term, is negative, so I'm going to look to see if x minus 3, so the square root of the first term, minus, because this linear term, this middle term, is negative, and 3, because 9 is 3 squared. I'm going to look to see if this is the factorization of x squared minus 6x plus 9. And to do that, I'm just going to write it down like this, and then I'm going to expand it out. X times x is x squared. X times negative 3 is negative 3x. Negative 3 times x is negative 3x. And negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. And combining like terms, I see that I have x squared minus 6x plus 9. So yes, my original trinomial here is the perfect square trinomial that factors into the x minus 3 quantity squared. Now, this being math class, of course, they get trickier, so we're going to look at this one. A squared minus a plus 1/4. We don't always think of fractions as possible squares, but I know that 4 is a perfect square. 1 is a square, of course. So 1/2 squared is 1/4. So it is a perfect square. Again, this linear term is negative. It would be a negative 1, but if there's nothing there, we don't see the 1. So I want to check to see, is this indeed a squared binomial? So I'm going to do a minus 1/2. Again, it's minus because my linear term is negative. A is the square root of a squared, and 1/2 is the square root of 1/4. So I'm going to expand this out, and I get a squared minus 1/2 a, and negative 1/2 times a is negative 1/2 a. Negative 1/2 times negative 1/2 is positive 1/4. And this gives me a squared. 1/2 minus 1/2 is 1 minus 1 a plus 1/4. And that's what I started with. So yes, indeed, this factors into a minus 1/2 squared.